Broadcasting live from the Albay Pio News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is 12 o'clock Newsbreak. In the local scene, a total of 45 members of the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, CPP-NPA, and their supporters in the province of Albay surrendered to the authorities and pledged allegiance to the national government last week. On Thursday, Lieutenant Colonel Malukalubagi Police Regional Office Bicol PRO5 spokesperson said that the surrenderies were either armed group fighters or members of underground movements under the different sectoral fronts organizations of the CPP-NPA. The spokesperson relayed that according to the returnees, they were just waiting for an opportunity to go to the authorities after having realized the senselessness of their armed struggle. Kalubakib said that those who surrendered would be given a new opportunity to change their lives under the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program, ECLAP. Moreover, Kalubakib added that the surrender of the NPA members indicates the gradual weakening of their force. In another story, Brigadier General Westrimundo Obinque, Police Regional Office 5 Bicol Director, advised 300 new recruits who took their oath at Camp General Simeon Olo on Friday to strive for excellence, always choose right over easy, and never stop learning. The new officers will undergo an intensive and progressive training on police science, administration, combat operations, and tactics. While undergoing training, they will receive a monthly basic pay of 29,668,000 pesos, inclusive or exclusive of allowances. After the training, they shall be granted permanent status as patrolman or patrolwoman. In another news, Governor Ezel Grex Lagman implements suspension of classes for all levels today, November 20, 2023, due to the effects of the shear line and low pressure area that will cause moderate to heavy rainfall over the province. The governor also posted the advisory which encourages blended learning scheme due to the transport strike. Government and private offices are also given the responsibility to implement the provision of transport support or work from home schemes to their employees. In the national scene, the Department of Tourism DOT in the North on Saturday morning launched the second travel expo in a bid to ensure the further recovery of the tourism industry in northern provinces. DOT regional offices 1, 2, and 3 and Cordillera Administrative Region kicked off the second North Luzon Travel Expo NLTE at the Grand Sierra Pine Hotel, North Outlook Drive in Baguio City, that will be held from November 25 to 27, 2023, and hosted by DOT Cordillera. The first North Luzon Travel Expo was launched at SMX Convention Center Clark Freeport Zone, Pampanga. In another story, Tagaytay City emerged as the top Cavite local government unit with the most overnight tourist and same-day visitor arrivals for the third quarter of 2023. Cavite Tourism congratulated the top-performing LGUs in terms of tourism arrivals. It introduced the LGUs as the top-performing LGUs in tourism statistics compliance. Tagaytay topped overnight tourists and same-day visitors arrivals lists with 657,190 overnight tourists and 14,334,668,000 same-day visitors recorded as of September 2023. Aside from Tagaytay, the following LGUs also recorded the highest overnight tourists and the same-day visitors arrival. For top 5 Cavite LGUs in overnight tourist arrivals, Tagaytay Tourism, Gentry Tourism, Culture and Arts, Tanza Tourism, Silang Municipal Tourism, Culture and Arts, and Alfonso Turismo. For the top 5 Cavite LGUs in same-day visitors arrival, Tagaytay City, Tanza, Cavite, Silang Cavite, Kawit Cavite, Kawit Tourism, and City Tourism of Dasmariñas. Top performing Tagaytay City is known as the second summer capital next to Baguio City. In another news, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council on Sunday reported that 180 families have been impacted by the magnitude 6.8 earthquake that jolted several parts of Mindanao last Friday. As of 3 p.m. on Sunday, the NDRRMC said that a total of 1,509 individuals have been affected in Davao Occidental, Davao Oriental, South Cotabato, and Sarangani Province. The NDRRMC also reported that there are 8 people dead and 13 injured from the powerful quake. The numbers, however, have yet to be verified. Sarangani has 4 fatalities, while South Cotabato has 3, and Davao Occidental have 1 fatality. The NDRRMC also listed a total of 54 damaged houses and 71 damaged infrastructures in the mentioned areas. And in the news outside the country, Qatar's Prime Minister said Sunday that a deal to free hostages seized by Hamas in its October 7 attack on Israel now hinges on minor practical issues. Qatar has helped to broker talks aiming to free some of the 240 hostages in return for a temporary ceasefire in Gaza war. Qatar Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdurrahman Al Thani told a joint press conference with European Union Foreign Policy Chief Josep Borrell that challenges which remain in the negotiations are very minor compared to the bigger challenges. The Prime Minister did not provide any more details or timeline. In another story, United Nations said that 3 boats filled with more than 500 Rohingya refugees landed in Indonesia's westernmost province on Sunday. It is one of the biggest arrivals since Myanmar launched a military crackdown on the minority group in 2017. The mostly Muslim Rohingya are heavily persecuted in Myanmar, and thousands risk their lives each year on a long and expensive sea journey, often in flimsy boats, to try to reach Malaysia or Indonesia. United Nations Refugee Agency Protection Association Faisal Rahman said that 1 boat had arrived in Aceh Province, Berwin District, with 256 people aboard, while at least 239 others arrived in Aceh Pida region, and a smaller boat carrying 36 arrived in East Aceh. Of the 256 aboard the Berwin boat, 110 were women and 60 were children. According to local officials, the latest arrivals mean more than 800 refugees have landed in Aceh province this week alone, after 196 arrived on Tuesday and 147 on Wednesday. The refugees were being held at a temporary shelter while awaiting a decision from authorities on their fate and were mostly in good health. And finally, in the news outside the country, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas urged U.S. President Joe Biden to intervene and dissuade Israel from continuing its attack in Gaza, which he described as genocide because of the high number of civilian deaths. Abbas said in a televised speech on a Saturday evening that the war between Israel and Hamas must stop immediately. Abbas challenged the United States' support of Israel's war and questioned whether the month-long attacks in the besieged Gaza Strip should still be considered as self-defense when over 42,000 Palestinians, mostly children and women, have fallen victim to the shelling of the Palestinian enclave. And that's all for the 12 o'clock news break, November 20, 2023. We'll be right back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our 12 o'clock news break writer, Joy Duque, and to our Provincial Information Officer, Attorney Mary Luduca Castillo. And under the supervision of our Governor, Attorney Edsel Grex Lagman, I am Greg HALLARE. Thank you for subscribing.
In this moment, we are surrounded, 'cause we're right where we belong.